As I stand here physically, I have to admit that my thoughts are drifting mentally. Now, don't get me wrong, because I love this sea of beautiful spaces, but my mind keeps drifting back to faces and places I'll see next week. Because in fifth aisle, fourth row, third seat, I'll see Brandon, LaShonda, Hasim and Cassandra, Kathy, Tron, and Patrice. And I pray they'll be dreaming themselves and seeing themselves as enlightened souls who can be themselves in ways this world can't seem to fathom. See, I teach. And I teach in a school that I feel is a place of beauty. I see it as my duty to help wise beings come through birth canals of mental elevation. In spite of starvation, the nation puts the youth through. Because even with their parents working 2 jobs, nearly 50% of my kids are on free lunch when all they really want is free minds. And that's the irony of legislations like No Child Left Behind raises standards so that banners can be lifted and more politicians can say, look what we did for the disenfranchised. Gave them more words, more promises, and more photo ops when funds for education are siphoned to steal nations. What happens to children seeking truth and inspiration? And no, I don't teach in a place of suburbanite or urbanite high-class glory. Working class, Section 8 and immigrants tell half my children's story. But no, this piece is not about victim mentality conditions, and all of the educational and political pundits are entitled to their opinions. And I would be remiss if I failed to mention that some of my students could pay more attention and listen and be on time and stop seeking homework extensions. But I'm on the front line in this war for their minds, and until those on the sideline step into a room and walk in my shoes and see how the hearts of these children get steadily consumed by consumerism, classism, racism, sexism, I respectfully ask that they stop with this ivory tower criticism and put their hearts in their hands to use instead of throwing more dollars at buildings, at schools that these children they crucify can't even afford to attend. Because from LA to Atlanta to the NYC, there's teachers and students fulfilling prophecy. And I know because each day I hear 6 different languages and 12 different dialects, children from all over showing love and respect for each other and learning and history and culture, trying to keep minds focused as they fend off the vultures of a society that wants to talk about the failings of the children rather than talk of how it's failing its own children. So that's why my mind keeps drifting back to faces and places I'll see next week. Because in fifth aisle, fourth row, third seat, I'll see Brandon, LaShonda, Hasim, and Cassandra, Kathy, Tron, and Patrice. And I pray they'll be dreaming themselves and seeing themselves as enlightened souls who can be themselves in ways this world can't seem to fathom. Because from LA to Atlanta to the NYC, children like these will fulfill prophecy. If from LA to Atlanta to the NYC, ones like we stand up and help them fulfill their dreams.